Oh, I see what they got. They mess with the front right now. But Slocky, sir, would you like the Cavassier tomorrow, sir? He's looking for the front.
No, that ain't the front. It's hard back. It's different.
This is what you're saying you want, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's about time, so no cursing to our enemies. You can try to run when you're gone.
What it is Nach TV. You ain't subscribed to Nach TV. My brother Nach and myself gonna knock you out.
If you gotta do the shit, when I do it carefully. You can lose everything you own over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. See you down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree. At your throat, I done took her oath, I pray I never leave. I'm a different guy, you're surprised.
Yeah, c'est eux loin à gauche.
Comment du samedi?
Okay. Navale. Hey, what's going on, Nach?
Yeah, man, we here with the man himself, man.
Yeah.
Tell the people.
Go ahead, tell the people.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, y'all bashim y'all shabrakathum to all the brothers, y'all shema to bashim y'all shot to all the sisters. You know, we out here right now, we outside like we usually are.
Tell people where you are, where you from, man.
Oh, precinct officer of 5,000, Yatazar bum lawyer, man, as you can see.
You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's a melody. When you get to witness the beginning of a legacy.
Certified Levi, you know? Tribal Levi, you know what I'm saying, represented, man. And you know, a lot of people, they seen what happened with Levi recently with the death of the president,
right,
the earthquake and then the hurricane that happened,
right,
you know. But what's been going on with Levi is something that's been going on for thousands of years, man, because we lost our identity, and this is what we are going through as a people, all the pain and suffering. And as you know, the UPK, we here to give our people this life, man, so we could get out of the hell that we are in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. So if you could, man, tell the people how you find the truth, man.
Oh man, how I find the truth, man. You taking me back.
Yeah.
You taking me back, right? When I find out the truth, it was a debate. It was a debate between Captain Tazaryak and Polite.
Shout out to Captain Tazaryak.
Come, most in Christ. That's when I heard of the UPK. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, you know, we dealing with all vain philosophies in the world. You know, studying on your own, thinking you're smart, thinking you know something.
Right.
And when I saw that debate, that's what, you know, it attracted me to the UPK. You know, but still, I didn't come into the UPK maybe until I think 4 years later. You know, but that's when I first heard of ISUPK. I believe it was December 2013. That's when I first heard of the UPK. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, when you have your own philosophy, your own ideology, you know, it takes a minute to purge that out.
Right.
You know, it takes a minute to purge that out of you.
Right.
But the UPK definitely did, man. The UPK purged out all the vain philosophies a brother had in his head, you know, and now we here.
So what happened?
We ain't going nowhere until Christ return.
So what happened that day, like when you was like, you know what, man, fuck this shit, man, I'm about to go down to the school, like what was that day or that week or that month like?
Oh, that was the cookout. I believe it was 2 years later, right? The cookout in 2015. That's when I was like, you know what? Let me go see the brothers, man. You know, I heard they did some promotion. Yeah. You know,
I was there.
Yeah. I believe I got some pictures of you too.
Yeah, I was there.
I got some joints in the archives, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got some joints in the archives. I'm gonna start posting them this week, matter of fact.
Yeah.
While you say that. So yeah, I came to the cookout. That's when Officer Zakawal came as well.
Shout out Zakawal.
Officer Zakawal came to that cookout, and then I think about a year later, what happened to me is that I was watching the classes, but I wasn't taking attendance. You know what I'm saying? So one time, I started coming to the Passovers, and Captain Tazaryak saw me one day, and he was like, "What's your rank?" You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "I'm not in the school," but he was seeing me so, you know, often because I came with my son, you know, to the cookout, to the Passovers, and I explained to him that I'm watching the classes. He's like, "Oh, you taking attendance?" I told him, like, I ain't know about no attendance. I'm not taking no attendance. Then, you know, I started taking my attendance. Then that was 2016. You You know, 2017, I became a trooper in the UPK. I got my name, you know, right there on 125th, and I ain't looked back since.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy. But it'd be rough, man. Some people, like, they get from that, I mean, that spirit they in, or you know what I mean, just to want to change. You know what I mean? It's rough to make a decision. I mean, so you probably had a blunt in your mouth, or...
Oh, you already know. I got the dreadlocks, you know what I'm saying? I had the dreadlocks. I was blasting the molly, you know, everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, so what was that like, giving that life up, man? The dreads and all of that.
It was a process. You know, it was a process. It wasn't hard. I think it was a lot of times that you know something is the truth, right? But your flesh wanna stay in the world. But you know it's the truth. You know, and that's why a lot of time brothers, when they'll call across the line, they'll call the school. You know, the brothers, they know that the UPK is the truth, but they fighting their flesh. You know, so for me, it wasn't hard because I just knew. You know what I'm saying? I just knew UPK was the truth. It was just a matter of time that I come in. But I knew it was the truth.
Yeah.
You know.
Now you see all right, now question, you don't see no brothers that's Haitian in here when you first got here, right? Or was it any brothers that was Haitian?
Nah, we had brothers that we had some Levite brothers. Matter of fact, I met Officer Isaiah Allah. You know what I'm saying? I met Officer Isaiah Allah. That's right, shout out to Isaiah Allah from Boston. I met him, I think, my second or third Passover. I wasn't in the truth yet. You know, I did at least 2 or 3 Passovers. Just coming around, man, just, you know, looking at the brotherhood. You know, the scriptures say test the spirit. Right. You know, I was in the world, but I was, you know what I'm saying, I was testing the spirit. Right. And I'm like, man, you know, this brotherhood is intact. Yeah. You know, and that's what attracted me, man. I saw the brotherhood and I'm like, there's no way, you know, this is of man. This is not of man. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is of the Lord. Exactly. And you got to be in the UPK to understand what I'm saying. But I saw that from outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? I saw it. I'm like, man, this brotherhood is, you know, it's real, it's intact. And, you know, I just had to come in, man. You can't resist it. Right. You know, like the scripture says, you know, my sheep hear my voice. I heard the voice, man. Right. I heard the voice, and you can't resist it, man. It's something you can't resist. Right. So also you run the interview. You trying to get together Dominicans and Haitians. You know that's right. Can you speak on that? Oh yeah, that's right. Myself and Officer Zakawar, you know, we have this thing on Facebook, Haitians and Dominicans, Simeon and Levi, or brothers, where we posting pictures of Simeon and Levi brothers, and also we doing classes so that we could bring these two tribes together, man, because for thousands of years we've been divided. It is even prophesied in the Bible that even though we'll be on the same island, but we'll be divided. Right. You know? And that's because of our sin, that's because of our anger. But with the UPK, what the UPK does is that the UPK take a brother like me, so-called Haitian, you know, that is full with rage, full with anger, and take a brother like Officer Zakawar that is full with the same rage and anger, and put us together, and we direct that anger towards unifying our brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? And that's all the work of the Lord, man, under commanding General Yohana that we are doing here in the UPK. You know? That's right. That's right, man.
All right, man. So, anything else you want to tell our 2 subscribers or 3 followers out there?
Man, listen, man. You see those 2 subscribers, 2 or 3 subscribers? Is that mustard seed that Christ spoke about, man. That's where it starts. You know what I'm saying? And then you plant that seed, and then before you know it, that seed, man, becomes that tree that the UPK is gonna grow into, and we are growing into that tree.
Mustard, you know what I'm saying? Big as hell too.
That's right, and we gonna rule this man. I ain't gonna say it, but we gonna rule this earth, man. You know, because this is our position, and this is what we have to realize, man. I'm gonna leave the people with this. Once you realize who you are, right? Once you know your identity, you realize your position, you will realize that there is a responsibility that comes with this identity. So when you see us in the street, we're telling our people we're not black, we're not Africans. You know what I'm saying? We're not African American. There's a reason for that. Because our identity comes with a responsibility. And that responsibility is that we have to rule this planet Earth. And if we're gonna rule the planet, we can behave like these other nations. We can behave like the Africans. We can behave like Esau, the Edomite, so-called Caucasian race. We can behave like the Chinese. We can behave like them because we are a peculiar people. We are special, and we have to come to that we have to come to that realization, right? So that we could rule this planet Earth the way we're supposed to rule. Because these other nations, they supposed to serve us. You know what I'm saying? When you like, New York is the prime example for this, and I'm sure it's like this for the other major cities. When you see all these other races of people and we going in there, we depend on them. You know what I'm saying? These people, they supposed to serve us. They belong at the bottom and we belong on top. You know, and there's a way we have to conduct ourselves that the UPK under Commanding General Yohana, we are doing, man. And make sure, what I'm saying, that make sure you go subscribe to Black Watch News. Subscribe to Black Watch News. That's Commanding General Yohana show, man, every Monday night at 9 p.m. All right? Shalom, Israel.
All right, man.
I'm signing Christ.
Now TV, baby.
So we got to represent for the culture. Niggas coming out here with all this funny color hair, skinny jeans and shit. Fuck that, nigga. We taking it back to the fringes. Motherfucking Spikes, nigga, representing for the Hebrews. Angry black man media, nigga. We getting it there. We bringing that real shit back.
I match my guns with the sneaks. That's my fashion week. Go ask the streets. Dog, we got massive beef. We pass elite. Play this on blast, repeat. Let it go worldwide. Let the masses peep. I don't care if she thick or her ass petite. She want war with the D, she a casualty. Long as she don't got no limits like I'm Master P. Fucking bitches! Boom stick style!
No, do that shit over again.
You know I'm squeezing on triggers, my bullets hitting you won't heal it with stitches. You don't want that, you don't wanna get your skull cracked. Better tighten up when a nigga tell you fall back. Titties on the drum, you a sucker, give you all that. When you stand tall at, that's where you gon' fall at.